What's up, Eagles fans? I'm Amy Campbell, here to welcome you to the NovaCare Complex on this beautiful autumn Tuesday for a fresh edition of Eagles 360 presented by Xfinity. Quarterback Carson Wentz now has 4 games under his belt since his return from injury, and if you can imagine it, he seems to look better than ever. In the win over the Giants, Wentz threw for 3 touchdowns, his first 3+ passing touchdown game since his final game of last season, last December against the Rams. Wentz started things out against the Giants with a beautiful touchdown throw to Alshon Jeffery, a throw that quarterbacks coach Press Taylor said had the coaches holding their breath when Wentz made a risky pass across his body.
I think that's kind of the give and take with a player like Carson, a player that has the ability to extend plays, to create plays that, necessarily aren't there. So I think that was an example of him extending a play, and he knows, we've told him from the get-go, we're not going to throw late across the middle, across our body, and that's something that everybody in the box, no, yes. He made a play, so I think he understands that this isn't something we're coaching to do. We don't advise this type of decision, but if you're gonna do it, it better be a touchdown.
And a touchdown it was. A risk, yes, but the coaches know they can trust their QB to make smart decisions in big moments. And as Wentz grows as an NFL QB, his confidence does too.
I'd say the decision-making. I mean, this is year 3 in the offense, year 3 playing in the NFL for him. Just the maturation of understanding when coach does call a play pass, I don't have to throw the ball down the field. Finding guys, coach likes to say, knowing where every bone is buried in the offense. So if I do get pressure, knowing where my hot is, stuff like that. I think that helps his accuracy numbers. And then obviously everybody else growing with him. He's played with Ertz for 3 years now. He's got Alshon in year 2, Nelson in year 3. All those guys, everybody's able to play a little faster. And it may have taken a little bit of time of getting up to speed with Carson coming back into the game, just everybody gelling together again. But I think that helps with accuracy numbers.
Continuity is a word we've heard a lot around the NovaCare Complex. It's something the Eagles offense struggled to find early in the season with all the injuries. Wide receivers coach Gunter Brewer says he's noticed a big difference since Alshon Jeffery's been back, as the receivers can now all focus on their specific roles.
Well, continuity is the key for any business, any offense, defense, anything you do. You want continuity, and now that we have some of that, and that's big for obviously a quarterback, but that's also big for a receiver, understanding they're in the same spots and same place every time. And now that we've got rotations and people kind of know where they are without having to play every spot on the field at different times, so that part of it's given us more continuity and more comfort.
I think continuity is a very underrated thing. And so 3 weeks in a row, we've basically had about the same group out there. We lose Jay, add Corey back, and things like that. But just we were speaking about Carson earlier, and the continuity of him playing there for the last several weeks, I think is big too. But we just continue to try to put the offense together and put good plans together. The turnover the defense created for us there on the second play and giving us that great field position, we're able to capitalize on that. Obviously that energizes everybody.
Continuity builds confidence, trust between a quarterback and his receivers. It's something Carson Wentz has been able to build with Alshon Jeffery and Nelson Agholor. And for Coach Brewer, boy does that come in handy when the levee breaks.
Obviously, anytime you've got knowing where the guy's going to go when you don't necessarily see him or have that confidence to put that ball in there like you did with Alshon, that first one, or even Nelson knowing where he's going to turn up. That's what I'm saying. Some of that is obviously talked about, practiced, discussed, but when the levee breaks, you still got to have a semblance of confidence in your guy to put it up there and know that he'll come down with it.
And for what's on the menu on Wednesday, as always, we turn to our friends at Amoroso's. At 10:30 a.m., head coach Doug Peterson will hold his press conference. We will be streaming that live. We'll also be bringing you Eagles on the Record on our podcast channel, the only place where you can listen to all of the assistant coaching availability from the week. You can subscribe anywhere podcasts can be found. And later in the day, as always, we will be recapping all things Eagles with a fresh edition of Eagles 360 presented by Xfinity. We'll see you there.